Well, good morning once again. CJ Pomeroy and myself, Jeremy Caldwell, on the broadcast here. And this is going to be a girls 14U Gold Ball Showdown Series semifinal. Winner of this game is going to advance to the undisputed girls 14U championship game tomorrow here at Drury. We're going to have a matchup between the Lady Chisholm Knights in Houston, Texas. They're in the black. We're going to have KC Metro Mavericks out of Kansas City in the white. It's going to be a tough game. CJ, is Chisholm Knights here going to try to repeat and go back to the national championship game as they did last year.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very good matchup. The KC Metro Mavs are a storied homeschool program, a lot of success over many, many years, and the Crimson Knights have been building that success. They've had the great success at 10U, at 12U, and many of these girls, the core of this group, as Rollo gets all the way there and Annabelle picks it up, the main leaders of this team have been a part of that. So the Knights are trying to build that long-term success that the Metro Mavs have had for many years.
Right, the Lady Knights started off with two good possessions defensively as Chloe Cox got a steal on the first possession. Phoebe Stein got a block on the second. So both teams coming out aggressive. Have a jump ball called here under the Lady Knights basket. It's going to be their ball underneath. And as you said a while ago about the history, as for the Lady Knights, the 12U and 14U both played for the Undisputed last year. So they know what it takes to get there. We're going to see if they can finish it today.
And the Knights are led by Chloe Cox and Phoebe Stein. Both of those girls have been playing high school basketball for the Knights as well. And so they're accustomed to a fast and physical style of game, and I do think that's something that the Metro Mavs do, as Phoebe gets a great rebound right there and pushes the tempo right to Chloe. That's a good start right there for the Knights and Chloe Cox. Chloe getting that easy bucket. See the ball go through the hoop. Yeah. Now they got to build on it.
Yeah, Phoebe Stein does a really good job rebounding and looking up the floor and seeing her point guard running out and making the good pass to get the easy bucket.
Now, I was really impressed with the Metro Mavs yesterday. I got to call their game, and a great team effort that they play. They're fast. They're inside and outside as Rollo gets the bucket and won the foul on Aaliyah Zolikofi.
That's another great play by Phoebe Stein with another rebound and throw out as Rollo takes off and gets the easy bucket and draws the foul. It's a good start for the Lady Knights here.
Yes, I think yesterday they started a little bit slow, not really getting into the pace that they wanted in the gold ball game. They were able to finish well, but.
Right, they finally got it going in the second half. We got an early substitution as Annabelle's going to come out of the game.
I think this is a moment for Coach Camille to remind Annabelle of something that she wants her to do specifically. I don't expect Annabelle to stay over there for too long, although it's a really good player right here for the Knights, and Aisha Cox.
And I believe she's the little sister of Chloe Cox,
correct,
if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So good bloodline there to come by.
I think the Mavericks, as good as they are collectively as a team, in the big games you still need your stars to show out, and so I think Claire Elise is really going to have to be a focal point here for the Mavs.
Another rebound defensively for Phoebe Stein as she's pushing the ball up the floor. Not only does she rebound well and see the floor, she also is able to dribble and push the tempo. Great job of Chloe Cox there to get back on defense, stop the fast break of KC Metro.
Yeah, that's right there. Aaliyah Harris with the three, and you know, they're inside and outside, so the Knights just going to have to keep pushing, keep playing. Got to rotate on the shooters.
Oh, good head step there.
We were talking before the game, Jeremy, and one thing you mentioned was Claire Anderson having an impact on the game for the Knights, and so far she's been attacking the glass really well in the early going.
Right, I think they're going to need her to stay in this game and out of foul trouble because of the size that she presents down low. That's a good finish there by number 25, Tori Sidler. And that evens the ball game 5-5 as we've had a game of 5-0 runs by both teams to start.
And just good play. And that move right there is becoming a signature move for Chloe. She really was worked on that.
It's going to be a jump ball. Possession error is going to go to Casey Metro.
It's a good start. I mean, it's what we expected, right? The pace is being pushed.
Yeah, neither team looks a little half asleep at this early 8 o'clock game, so they both look ready. As Chisholm Knights come out in this early press, try to put pressure on the ball. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Claire.
I think the one thing that maybe both teams are going to have to adjust to is understanding just how fast both teams really do play.
Right. Both teams have really good guards that can penetrate and really good shooters on the outside.
There's that outlet again. I think
I believe she just stepped out of bounds.
For the Mavs, if you're gonna stop, from what we've seen here in the early going, if you're gonna stop the Knights, you're gonna have to keep Phoebe from getting her eyes up the court.
Right.
But Phoebe's just doing an amazing job of getting the rebounds and looking up the floor right away and just trying to push.
And in order to keep her eyes coming off the floor, you're gonna have to stop her on the defensive side from rebounding because she's killing the boards right now. I think they're going to get Rollo for travel.
Tough play right there.
Yeah, 2 great finds by Phoebe Stein, finding her teammates running up the floor, but 2 quick turnovers by mental mistakes there. Still a 5-5 game with 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. This is a kind of game you want to see because in a semifinal game, both teams were playing well and up tempos. That's a bucket good by Aaliyah Zolikofi.
Good find. Even better right there. Good find by Chloe Cox to Phoebe Stein.
Yeah, that was a good assist.
I think that shot right there was big for Phoebe because
last
year and yesterday, the Knights have really struggled shooting the ball in this gym.
Correct.
Phoebe is a very good shooter.
Yes.
So getting that first shot to go, I think is going to do a lot for her confidence.
Right. And Chloe early on doing a good job of getting her teammates involved, knowing that she don't have to do everything right here off the bat.
Oh, that was a great find by Jenna. I'll tell you what, Aisha missed that shot right there, but she has dramatically improved her three-point shooting, so the Mavs are going to have to.
It looks like Chloe might have got hit in the face a little bit, but the ref wasn't able to see it.
And they're going to call a block here on
35. That's going to be Leah Harris, her first foul. Great drive by
Annabelle
Phoebe.
Going to check in for Chloe and Abby Sittler for the Mavs. I think the Mavs will they need to keep an eye on Aisha. You don't want to lose her there.
Straight off the bench, Annabelle comes in and gets a 3 off the wing. Unable to get it to go.
The Mavericks just running the floor.
Good defense by Annabelle, get the tip.
Man, there was good defense because the Mavericks were running the floor really well. They had the numbers there.
Right. And with Chloe out of the game, they're probably going to move Phoebe Stein over to point. She's a good ball handler. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Metro. We're going to stay here with the Knights. They hold an 8-7 lead. Under a minute to go. Good job to not give the ball.
Oh, wow.
Great give and go there. Good play there to get Rollo with the layup on the weak side as she sealed her player, her defender, and got the easy shot. Good defense there by Phoebe to get back. Casey Metro trying to go into the post. Defensive rebound by Claire, and we mentioned that earlier. Claire and Phoebe's doing a great job rebounding the ball defensively, not giving second-point shots to Casey Metro.
Aisha's trying to find her rhythm right now.
Good job by Phoebe, another steal.
Phoebe's just kind of all over the place at the moment. 15
Yeah.
seconds to go here. Look for Jenna to attack.
Oh, good spin move by Jenna. And the finish. That's a good start to the game by Jenna Rollo. She's got 7 early points here of the 12. And Lady Knights are going to take a 12-7 lead. And that's going to cause a timeout with 3 seconds left by Casey Metro.
That's an interesting timeout with 3 seconds to go. Maybe maybe coach is going to try and draw up a sideline out of bounds play
to
get a quick hit.
I'm not sure if he actually realized exactly how much time was left in the clock because they were still at the backcourt about the free throw line. I think that was a frustration timeout by the coach after starting the game down 12-7, but they've came down and given up 2 easy baskets right off the bat in 2 straight possessions. But great plays by Phoebe Stein. She's been the difference so far in this game defensively. She's not giving second-point efforts to Casey Metro. And she's finding her teammates on the runouts, and then they're not there. She's pushing the ball up the floor and then finding them within the offense.
And I tell you what, for the Mavericks, yesterday in their goal ball game, it was Aaliyah Zolikoffy who really had a major impact in the first quarter. And what the Knights have done is they've kind of neutralized her so far in this early going. They're going to need her to really kind of be that player that she was yesterday. And they need Claire Lease to really come out and take over for them as well. So 3 seconds to see what they do here.
Chloe Cox back in the game.
At the tip.
That was almost a travel. Steal by Rollo. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And with that, we're going to take a timeout with them. But great start by the Lady Knights. And see if Metro can get it back together after this timeout. All righty, we're back for the second quarter. Great start, CJ, for the Lady Knights as Phoebe Stein comes out, makes a major impact, and showing why she's an All-American right off the bat. And her point guard, Chloe Cox, as well.
And checking in for the Knights is Brooke Tolliver, and she's going to get 2 quick points right there for Brooke Tolliver. And I think if you're the Knights, you've got to be just thrilled with that start right there. Yesterday was a struggle in the first, really probably 3 quarters. Didn't really play the kind of basketball they're capable of playing.
Right.
And then historically, as it looks like Claire's going to get her second foul here.
Yeah, that could be huge. But once again, as we mentioned earlier, Chloe Cox is doing a great job of finding her teammates and getting involved early in this ball game. Oh, good screenplay, unable to get it finished.
Yeah, I think Aisha kind of lost the rotation there.
That's a carry by Rollo. Trying to push the tempo, she was in a little bit of traffic there and got a little nervous.
One thing for the Knights, number 12, Brooke Tolliver. Brooke is also a volleyball player for the Knights, and Brooke's elevation is incredible. She can get up and actually get the rim.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good for a 14U girl.
Yeah. They love her in volleyball because she gets high.
That's going to be a foul on Phoebe Stein as 35, Aliyah Harris drives in. She's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2.
You know, the thing for the Knights in that first quarter, they were able to really minimize the fouls.
Right.
And as Aliyah Harris gets her 4th point of the game, I think that's going to be important for them to continue to do that.
Yeah, Jenna Rollo is going to get subbed out here for Victoria. And she probably, as you said earlier with Annabelle, probably just a little teaching moment there.
Yeah.
Knocks down the second free throw. And that stops a run by the Lady Knights there for Metro. They needed that, and see if that'll get them going.
So if you're the Knights right now, you've got your 2 starters and 3 subs on the floor. I think you just need a really good offensive possession here. You don't need to force anything. Just look for a clean shot.
Right.
You know, I don't think they're trying to kill any time, but I think you want to get your opportunity to get a good bucket. Oh,
yeah.
What a move. Like that right there. Still long, and Chloe's going to go over the back. I mean, that was a good look, a good find from Brooke to Aisha.
Not a good start to the second quarter for the Lady Knights. They've come out with 3 fouls here for a great start if you're KC Metro. Getting the starters in foul trouble. So they're going to have to do a better job, and that's another foul by Chloe Cox. That's 2 right away for her. And 4 quick fouls here start the second quarter. As well as they played in the first quarter, KC Metro is trying to change the tempo.
Yeah, Jenna checks in for Chloe here. Good hands by Brooke Tolliver to deflect that out of bounds. Yeah, you really don't want Claire and Chloe to be on the bench for too long, but you're playing the long game here, so.
That's the travel.
With a 14-9 lead, I think it's a really good decision. Let them sit. And then offensively, I think you just be patient right now.
And you have Rollo and Phoebe that can both handle the ball. So you got ball handlers. But now, as you said a while ago on the broadcast, good passing, good ball movement.
That's a little long, but good job by both Victoria and Brooke being in the area to kind of seal that so Aisha could get the rebound.
Right. And Phoebe goes into the paint. She draws a foul, going to go to the free throw line. That's going to be on 33.
Claire Lease, the All-American. Been very quiet so far. And I think, if you're the Mavericks, you want to figure out how to get her involved.
Knocks down the first one, does Phoebe. Yeah, if you're the Lady Knights here, you have a 6-point lead. Phoebe at the line and shooting her second one. When you offensively, knowing you have 2 of your starters with 2 fouls, one of them being your main point guard.
You're going to have a jump. And that right there, Jeremy, is because Brooke can jump so high. She was able to get up without getting the foul.
Correct. And you want to try to hold on to this lead and see if you can run some time off the clock as they get a steal there.
Oh.
It's going to be another foul on 33 for Metro. Claire, that's her second foul right away. But as I was saying, you want to try to see if you can run some clock and hold on to this 6-point lead while you're resting 2 of your starters with 2 fouls and not have any damage being done.
Yep. And it doesn't mean you've got to.
You don't have to slow down and go 4 corners.
Right.
You just got to move the ball, make sure you get good shots in the offensive possession. Rollo knocks down the first free throw there, and that's going to give her 8 points for the game. And she's had a good start to this game. It's a little different than yesterday's start. As you could tell, she struggled in the first half yesterday getting things going, but she's in a good rhythm here to start the game.
Well, this is going to be big for the Knights. If they can get Jenna and then Phoebe and Chloe turning it on, it's going to be a lot of firepower for them.
That's another travel. They're picking the ball up a little too early before they stop running. And as a former coach, that's one of the things you try to teach your guys, to quit dribbling before you quit running.
Yeah, right. So here we go. I think just like we talked about, we want to just run. You want to just run some offense here.
Yeah.
You want to look for your shot, your opportunity. Now
that's going to be a travel on Phoebe. She tried to split the defender. She wanted to foul, but I think she traveled first. That was a good call.
Yeah, and we've talked about this all week on the broadcast. A lot of players sometimes will try to bait the officials into the call.
Right.
And these officials here in Springfield have made it known they're not going to be baited into making a call. It's a nice left hand.
Yeah. That's a good finish by Zalikofi there. She's got 4 points.
And Jenna did a good job of not drawing that foul. That could have been an easy foul right there.
Correct.
Or opportunity to get a foul. She did a good job defensively. That's just a tough shot and a great left hand.
Oh, great pass.
Wow.
From Rollo to Victoria. Gets Victoria on the board, and that extends the lead back to 8, 19-11. So the Lady Knights are doing a good job of holding on to this lead with their 2 starters on the bench.
Yeah, and that's just Aisha being a little too aggressive.
That's going to be another foul, and that's probably going to be the 1-and-1, I believe. Nope, that's the 16th foul. So the next one, KC Metro is going to be shooting 1-and-1.
So Victoria did her job. She came in, played some good defense.
Right.
Made a nice little impact there. Gets 2 points. Now she comes out as Annabelle Redmond checks back in as a starter. And Annabelle brings some really good athleticism for the Knights.
Another steal by the Knights there. Good find for Annabelle. Almost got the finish, but you got to wonder, Annabelle might have forced that a little too much.
I like the aggression going to it as
Good
Abby
finish.
Sittler gets a nice finish. I like the aggression there by Annabelle.
Right.
But again, like we talked about, I think they just need clean looks right now, as long as Claire and Chloe are on the bench.
Right. It's going to be another substitution as Annabelle's coming back out of the game. You can tell she's a little frustrated.
Can't leave Phoebe that open.
Good three by Phoebe Stein from the corner. That gives her 2 threes and a free throw for 7 points here to start this game.
That's a baseline set for the Knights that they run, and it's for that reason right there.
Good shot there by Zalikoffy.
So Zalikoffy's got 7 points now. She only had 2 in the first quarter, but she's got 5 in this quarter, and that's a
Going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to stay. Possession's going to stay with Lady Knights.
So Chloe's going to check back in.
The ref's going to give a talk to Rollo for slamming the ball down because she started to give her a technical on that, grabbed her whistle, but chose not to.
You know, that's a couple times this week where we've seen a player exhibit frustration, and the referees, I think, have done a very good job of understanding that the frustration is directed at themselves, it's not at the official, and
Right.
so they've held their whistle.
And Chloe Cox comes back in the game, see if they can run some clock. She stepped. And
I think this is going to be an adjustment that both teams have to make. The referees have called a lot of traveling in this game.
Right. Yeah, they're going to have to make sure they pay attention to their footwork and their ball handling.
22-16. Mavericks trying to slowly chip away at a lead. It was at 8 at one point.
Metro threw the ball away there.
Yeah, that was.
Was that a 3 in the corner by Zalikoffy a while ago?
I had her down as a 3.
Oh, okay. I had her down as 2, but looking at the scoreboard, I think they gave her a 3.
That's a good screen. Chloe stayed still.
So you got 1:20 to go. You got Chloe Cox and Phoebe both in the game. Another corner 3 by Phoebe. Almost got it to go, but rolled out.
Yeah, she was looking for that the entire time.
If you're Chloe, you got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, you just got to let that one go.
Yeah, that's a good job. Mackenzie Smith with a good run out and finish.
These are why both these teams are here, you know. They're not going to get rattled.
They said Phoebe Stein stepped out of bounds there with the pressure. You got to keep the ball out of the corners. Chloe's going to come out of the game. They don't want to risk her third foul there on defense here. This is just a defensive substitution.
You're going to put Brooke Lawfrey on Aaliyah Harris.
So KC Metro's got it to 4.
Good job by Aisha to throw her hands in the air.
Let the refs know her hands are not on the defender, on the player. Another corner 3.
That's her second.
And that's for Harris. And now we're at a 1-point game. And you got to think the foul trouble here in this second quarter has hurt the Lady Knights and the rhythm that they had.
Yeah, definitely hurt the rhythm. It may be okay for the long haul, but after the fast start that they had, having to take Chloe out. And there's Brooke Lawfrey. Good find. Brooke to Brooke.
Claire with the rebound. That's going to be a travel. She went to the ground to one knee.
And I know she's frustrated with that. I think she took her dribble before her knee hit the floor.
Yeah, and KC Metro now with the chance to take the lead going into half as she heaves a half-court shot. The Lady Knights keep the lead, up 22-1, but that was an 8-0 run to end the quarter there by KC Metro. Kind of flipped the momentum. So you got to see if the Lady Knights get it back together here in the halftime. And during halftime, we'll take a break. The broadcast is going to go off for a second as they're going to try to correct the Lady Knights name on the broadcast, but we will be back.